Let's get right into talking about all things real estate in Tampa Bay like we do every Sunday here on WFLA News. I have one of my best agents on the show today. We're going to talk about a featured property of hers. We're going to get a chance to introduce herself. But I want to give her some props. Her name is Trish Valesky, and I think I pronounced it right because I didn't used to. And Trish is from Wisconsin. And one of the best parts about, so Trish is one of our listing agents, which means she's working most of the time with our home sellers. And one of the best things that Trish does for any sellers out there thinking about selling right now, Trish sells it. Let me tell you, when we're in our meetings every week and Trish is talking about her featured properties to all of the agents in the office, and when I hear her talking to agents, that's one of the things this market needs right now is an aggressive salesperson. You need somebody to push for you, and that is definitely Trish. She does such an incredible job with our home sellers, and if you need somebody aggressive, if you are, if you struggled, if your home didn't sell, if you felt like you had an agent that wasn't aggressive, man, it's funny because when Trish gets to talk about her featured properties, sometimes, if you watch the Oscars or the Grammys, and then they have to get taken off stage, right? Like they're on there too long. That's Trish with her featured property. She makes sure to let you know every single thing about it. And look, the reality is it sometimes within our company leads to transactions that happen before properties ever hit the market because they're like, oh my goodness, that's exactly, almost 40 team members that hears you talking about this property and are like, that fits my client, and I know you've done a ton of those inside transactions where just from word of mouth and just from being an aggressive salesperson, a deal happens.
We like to be matchmakers.
That's it. That's exactly what we're doing. And so Trish, originally from Wisconsin. So if you are a cheesehead, if you're a Packers fan, you'll relate very well to Trish. Been in the real estate game a really long time, over 20 now, right?
Yep, over 20 years. I think we both started at the same time.
Yeah, right around the same time, like the mid-2000s. So 20-year veteran of real estate, has a massive amount of experience, does a great job with our team. And we have a property that we have to talk about today, which is your featured property of the week. And it's 5027 Lake Toscana. Beautiful property. Tell us a little bit about the property. I believe it's priced at $1,025,000 is what it's priced at now. Beautiful property, especially for someone that's moving down north, that's bringing their family, incredible family property. Tell us a little bit more about it.
It's an extremely unique property. It absolutely is pristine and gorgeous. It's very stunning, and a lot of thought and detail went into this home. There's porcelain tile throughout the entire property. It's 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, over 3,000 square feet. Custom features throughout the entire home that make it outstanding and breathtaking. It is on a lake. It has a private pool with a built-in kitchen. It is a complete entertainment style home.
We have this on Zillow Showcase right now, which is one of the things we do to feature, kind of our premier properties where the home gets, some 3D tour aspects, professional photography, videography. And, I was looking at the photos of it and again, very similarly, beautiful house. But the thing that I think is probably one of the most attractive parts about it is the land, 1.2 acres in an area that I think has grown so much. I remember when I moved to Tampa, and people said, hey, go to Wimauma. And I had absolutely no idea what they were like. They were mispronouncing it. I would mispronounce it. I probably still mispronounce it. But you'd go out there and wasn't a lot of stuff out there. And it's really grown a lot. The commutes have gotten better with the expressway. There's much more development in terms of residential as well as restaurants and just lots of things coming to Tampa Bay. And our new construction market continues to drive population growth because, look, you can't create more housing in central Tampa. So our community and our market just kind of keeps going out into the suburbs. And there's some really beautiful properties being built out there. 3-car garage too, which is a car junkie.
Well, what's
that's
really
my thing,
really cool about this property is it has a large circular driveway, but both sides of the garage doors open so that you literally can drive through your garage through the circle.
Yeah, which is super cool. And again, if you want more information on it, 5027 Lake Toscana Drive. You can call or text us, 813-359-8990. You can ask her Trish. She can give you a private tour and give you all the information about it. Secondarily, the other thing that I would say that you can do is if you just Google the address, you'll find it on Zillow, you'll find it on YouTube, you'll find all the different ways that we're showcasing property. You can also see a floor plan and a 3D tour on our Zillow showcase listing. But this is one of the many things that we do for our great home sellers. We talk about their property on air, just like Trish talks about it to our team. And there are times when we have somebody listening to the show that's like, oh my goodness, that sounds, my realtor never showed me that. Can you guys help me? Like,
take a friend.
Yep. So if this property sounds like it's right for you, again, 5027. The last thing I'll say is Little Manatee River, which is right there too, which
awesome.
is super cool. And that area to me kind of blends the best of urban and rural. Like, I've lived in South Tampa for a long time, and I'm ready to not live in South Tampa and kind of commute and have a little bit more land, kind of be out a little bit. And when you go out to this area, it doesn't feel like Tampa. It feels, much more suburban, much more, kind of peaceful country living, but you're still super close to everything.
Yep. There's still a floor model out there that people can look, that you can custom build your properties. It is a gated community. They do have amenities like with a private lake that people can fish, canoe, paddleboard, kayak on. They also have a pavilion, but it's pristine. And all of these properties in this entire community are on over an acre. So you have privacy and room.
Yeah, and so definitely not the typical cookie cutter. I mean, I see homes right now above $1 million that are like the cookie cutter. You're stacked
do you want
right
the
on top
garage
of
on
your
the right
neighbor.
or on the left?
Right, you're like stacked on top of your neighbor, and like this is a property that obviously you can have plenty of room and have a nice piece of land as well. So again, 5027 Lake Toscana Drive. Google the address, call or text, or go on our website, or certainly send it to your real estate agent as well. We'd love the opportunity to talk